This is my 34th week live on my webcast on August 24th, 2009. Produced the new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log into my website. The first movie out this week is Inglourious Basterds starring Brad Pitt. This movie is written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, produced by Lawrence Bender, and used by the Weinstein Company and Universal Pictures. I watched this movie and the trailer. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. I really don't understand the movie, but it does have a good movie theme, a good plot, and excellent acting. Brad Pitt makes strong performance in this movie. My hat's off to him in this movie. I grade this movie a B.
Okay.
The next movie out this week is Postgrad, starring Alexis Bledel. This movie is directed by Vicky Jensen, produced by Jeff Clifford, and is by Fox Searchlight Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. I read about the plot. They were right about how tough college is and how they try to do well in the real world. Ryan Albee learned it the hard way. How tough and for her to get a job from graduation from. You can have bachelor's, an MBA, or a master's degree, and still tough to get a job in the real world, but didn't stop her from getting a job she loves. Alexis Bledel makes a extraordinary performance in this movie about a college graduate trying to earn a job in the real world, but it won't stop her from trying. Alexis Bledel become a long way from the Gilmore Girls to the big screen. She has the greatest resemblance of Katie Holmes in this movie. My hat's off to her. Grade this movie B-. The next movie out this week is starring Shorts, starring Jimmy Bennett. This movie is written, directed, and produced by Robert Rodriguez, and it's by Warner Brothers. I took this film. I don't recommend people watch this movie in theaters. This is the worst movie I've ever seen since watching Kazam. I don't know what the writers are thinking when they wrote this movie. If you want to write a fancy movie like that, come up with a plot and get better actors for this film, and better yet, better writers. I grade this movie a D+. That's all the movies out in theaters this week. The first movie out on DVD this week is The Last House on the Left, starring Monica Potter. This movie is directed by Dennis Elads, produced by Wes Craven, and just by Road Pictures and Midnight Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. Garrett Dillahunt made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to him. Grade this movie a B-. The next movie out this week is Hannah Montana, the movie, starring Miley Cyrus. This movie is directed by Pierre Chelsom, produced by David Blocker, and just by Walt Disney Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theater on DVD. Hannah Montana is a Disney's national icon. Miley Cyrus is like a Southern Hilary Duff. With or without the wig, she has the greatest resemblance of Hilary Duff and Britney Spears, and she sounds like Reba McEntire character on Reba Hart on Reba. This movie is box office gold. Everyone did well in this movie. Miley Cyrus is a good singer, but a terrible actress. She really thinks about losing her accent. She really should think about losing her accent. It really kind of bites. Her accent sounds like a 4-year-old woman with 2 kids. That's the reason why she sounds like Reba McEntire. She needs to work on it. My hat's off all the actors who did really well in this movie. I grade this movie an A-. That's all the movies out this week in theaters. Come back next week where I introduce the new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log into my website where you can watch the movie trailers, play my movie trivia, and my puzzle. This is BC. See you next week. Now get out.